More than 2,700,000 people with disabilities have become hostages of war in Ukraine. It is almost impossible for such Ukrainians to evacuate, get down to shelter and survive in the conditions of active warfare.
When the time came to use shelters to get down to them, of course, I realized that it would be difficult because there are a lot of people there. The space is small and, in addition, generally, there are stairs. So shelters are not adapted for people with limited mobility, especially for people with severe disabilities. A person who can't hear can still walk, but a person in a wheelchair, a person with severe disability, such a person is simply deprived of everything.
During the first 3 weeks of active fighting, only about 700 people with disabilities were evacuated from Kyiv to the western borders of Ukraine. Among them is Natalia, a lawyer and social activist who has been fighting for the rights of these people for years.
I definitely remember that I forbade myself to be desperate or to give up. That is, it was important for me to remain conscious, to stay focused.
Natalia applied to a special fund for help in organizing her departure abroad. Since the woman's son also has a disability, the family was helped to travel to Poland. Germany was next on the road. Now Natalia with her husband and son live in the Netherlands.
Of course, for people with severe disabilities, it's quite an adventure. I'll tell you honestly, in the Netherlands, there are sites to search for homes for refugees from Ukraine. The homeowners literally write, "Come, we will help you survive these horrors. We will help you forget your pain."
Despite all the trouble she has undergone, the woman does not lose heart, continues to fight for inclusivity and support Ukraine at rallies abroad.
I'm going to continue to draw attention to the problems of inclusivity in society, to draw attention to the fact that even with a severe disability, we can live a full life.
Uliana Pcholkina did not lose her heart either. Although it was hard for her to get out of Bucha, Kyiv region, she managed to get others out as well.
On March 9th, when we were evacuating, we grabbed the first thing at hand, a cat, the most important thing, and I got behind the wheel of my car. My husband got behind the wheel of the van, which belongs to our NGO, and we packed as many people as possible into our cars. I was very scared to get behind the wheel, but I realized that I could take more people out and not deprive them of this opportunity.
The woman was driving literally across the minefield.
I had to drive a car through a minefield. It was an unforgettable experience. It was horrible, and seeing cars being shot up. I had to drive a car through a minefield. It was an unforgettable experience. It was horrible, and seeing cars being shot up on the road, where civilians were killed, where children's belongings were scattered, where ambulances were fired upon. I realized that we apparently did the right thing. In not living on our own and taking risks.
Today, people with disabilities are escaping from under enemy's fire thanks to the active work of volunteer centers. However, most remain helpless in the face of the war challenges, and this despite the fact that last week Ukraine made it easier for such citizens to cross the border. Now it is enough to have only one document, the one confirming the status of a person with disabilities, a certificate of getting benefits or a medical examination certificate. Reported by Olena Shustova, Yulia Granovska, Larisa Zubenko, UATV News.